Hey guys, it's Bagel with two A's and welcome back to another video. And today I am continuing the What If Civilization Started Over series. And this is part 10 to the series. Again, I'm very sorry for like a couple months of not uploading any content. I'm sorry. I've been busy, but I'm back and going to try to get back on a schedule if I can. I don't really know though, so yeah. Honestly, I have no idea what happened in the last video. I have absolutely no clue. But we are going to see some exploring happen. And then, so over here we see probably the Koreans and Japanese. These countries over here are mostly exploring over here. So they come down here and explore all of this area. They don't discover these islands yet. But they push into Alaska, mostly in the south, and get about that far. And over here, we see these guys sneak up here, but don't really push or don't really explore anywhere else for now. Next, we see these guys push around down here, and then keep exploring Quebec. And next, we see this blue country. They originally sent their explorers up here, or were going to up to this area to help explore. But that didn't go as planned, and instead they landed here. And the blue team doesn't tell anyone about this because they don't want anyone else to come down here. Because they're gonna claim this whole place once they discover it all. So I think, at least in one of the recent videos, these countries were formed. I really don't know, guys. But we see these guys, a few of them expand further, like this one. They expand out, claim more land. And these guys, they're starting to like them because they don't like that they're kind of getting closed off. So they have to explore, or they have to claim a lot of land really quickly. Which you technically shouldn't do because it might make your country unstable, but it's whatever. This, uh, Prussia, I guess I'll call it, or Poland, I don't know, whatever. They expand out this way, but looking over here, we see this gold team. I guess that would be Lithuania, or no, Latvia, I guess, or Lithuania. It doesn't really matter. These guys, they push out and claim this land, as well as these guys down here. They kind of try to do this and block out this country. They do block out this one down here, but they can't block out these guys in time. And instead, they push down here and block out them. Next, we have the green team pushing in a little bit. And then we're going to look at I forgot what this country was called. It's whatever this little area is. I forgot what it's called. I literally don't remember. But they push in more over here, getting some more oil, which in the present day if you say the word oil, America will be right at your toes. I could have worded that better, but you know what I mean. All right. So next we see our good old Navy Empire kind of start becoming unstable because they're huge and they're expanding too fast for their people. They have a population density of like 2 people per mile. Like, it's not good. But they keep pushing in to unclaimed territory. And yeah. Okay. Well, let's go over here to the British Isles, where we see a war taking place between the three. I guess there's 5 countries here, but okay, you know what? A war breaks out between all 5 of these countries. All of them claim the whole British Isles, but the others say no, it's ours, and everyone's saying the same thing. So they all go to war on their own side. The orange team looking pretty bad with their location, but I mean, oh well. But we see these guys, um, this light blue and the purple one, like push in to the orange team first. And the purple team's immediately threatening their capital. Next, we see the pink team pushing into orange as well. But I guess like it's like a seafoam green country. I don't know color. But they land into the core territory of the pink team, which is Ireland. Oh, okay. Um, which they just push in. And next, we see orange. The orange team, um, they get their military up and running and start pushing back on all fronts, including this one. Oh, wait, hold on. Um, Whatever, it's okay. I need to change the colors though. Let's like push this back. Let's just push all of them back a little bit. Okay. Or, well, I guess I did already. Okay, let's just say that's their territory for now. But they start pushing in to the other country's territories. I gotta do different colors every time for this. But they start doing things like that, as well as, sorry for the colorblind people, yeah. And I wouldn't really say there's a number one power here. I mean, it might go to this country, one of these two, even the orange one or red. I don't know what you would call it, but it's like a red orange. But the lime team, or I'm just going to call it the lime team, even though it's not lime. They push back and start their own invasion of this team, going pretty well until they reach the gates of the capital, which they are not able to push into. The pink team pushes the pink team pushes the seafoam green country out of Ireland. There. These guys do that. Basically, they all just push completely. Oh, They all push completely out. And then they all push in to the orange country. I don't know, they kind of all hate them for some reason. They're just in the way, you know. That's what they're all thinking. These guys push in. And then finally we see the blue team push in. And the orange team just decides to surrender. To who? Well, out of anyone, they like the lime team the most. So they surrender to them. Which means the lime team now has a gross spot down here. That gets pushed in on all three sides again. This capital is taken. And then finally we see the pink team pushing the rest out. But the Seafoam Green country is like, alright, let's just show them our sheer power. And go full army on Ireland. They hate them the most out of any country here. I mean, they hate all of them, but mostly the pink team. And what do you know? They're almost surrounding the capital. But these guys push back as usual. They keep pushing back and they stop right here. As these guys then push into here, recapturing this area right here, as well as pushing into this pink team territory, doing that. But then they all mutually agree on peace treaty. Okay, so they all agree on one thing. The pink team will get their land back, as well as this little territory they have. The Seafoam Green country will get this, and the other two get this and this. And well, bam, you have your peace treaty. There's one less country on the British Isles. They all hate each other still, though. But anyways, we see the formation of a new country over here in Japan. They're not necessarily from anywhere. I mean, I don't know, but in this area, extend down the coast of Japan. Waboom. Get their capital right here. Okay, so eventually this information gets, what's the word? I don't know, it gets leaked basically. So everyone now knows that South America is, or I guess there's a land down here. There's land down here. So countries are rushing their explorers to get down here because they want all the land they can get. Pushing a little bit into Alaska and now discovering the mainland USA. Quebec is pretty much fully discovered, and they sneak down here. And then finally they push into here, or the explorers explore further into here. Not the best with my words. Next, we see some, again, we're going over here to our good old Navy friend, the Navy Empire, which, a certain area declares independence from them. Specifically, the area is furthest from their capital, which is this area. Oops. Hold on. Let me fix this real quick. They go all the way down here. Boom. This area declares independence. The tribes here just don't like that they're colonized, or I guess basically. And they declare independence, which the Navy team is like, no, you're our land that we got fair and square. Which, sure, they did get it fair and square, but will they finish them off? I don't know. They push into their, I don't know what to call this nation that declared independence. But then other parts are declaring independence now too. Specifically down here in this area, probably being funded by them. But you didn't hear that from me. One all the way down this little area, also being funded by them, but you did not hear that from me. But the Navy team is like, okay, we got this. We're the strongest country in the world. We can do this. So they push into there, and then they also start pushing into here. And as well as into here. And then here we see an actual country join this war. And obviously it's going to be their big ol' enemy, these guys. They absolutely hate the Navy Empire. They claim more land into here, but no one recognizes that as theirs. And they just hate them. Like they've hated them forever. So they peer into here. I don't know why they're going into desert necessarily, but they just are sneaking up the coast. The Navy Empire is kind of having to like, you know the word, like split up their military like a lot. And you know that's not good when you're in a war. But the orange team is almost kicked out fully. Or all of all of the areas that declared independence are pretty much kicked out. Now the Navy Empire pushes into here and is like, you messed up big time. As one by one falls, these guys' funding was just not enough. It was not enough. And then the Navy Empire is like, all right, you want to go? We'll go. Boom, 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 boom. They easily take this out, which is very unfortunate. But once they get to the mainland, it's not that easy. I mean, their navies are all out battle throughout here. Whole battle. They're not too worried about these areas over here. I mean, they're kind of just have a huge defensive line right here, and I guess basically like that. and these islands are captured. Eventually, their capital is captured, making them surrender. The Navy Empire, uh, well, that's great. Well, basically, they just take all their land back, including the rest of Arabia, as well as a little bit of land down here, but they don't take too much. Whoopsies. As well as these islands, because they want them, because they are kind of important. But that is the end of today's video. Be sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to see my videos right when they come out. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.